welcome back. Part 2 of the tank series I'm making. This will be for the trials off tank, or even a dungeon. You know, you could do dungeons in this build. So we're gonna buff up. We got 33.1 spell resist, which is right above the cap. His resist 29.8. Got 19.5k magicka, 42.2k health, 23.5k stand, which is a lot. 1261 mag regen, so that's a little bit low, but we have balance, so it really doesn't matter. I do have all my builds are 56 health and 8 stamina. I didn't cover that in my first build video. Sage Vampire, it's usually on 3 or 4. I do run the Atro Mundus, I do run Tri-Stat Food. So we'll go over the gear, starting at the bottom. We got Triune Enchanted Powerful Assault Rings, so ×3. That gives us bigger max stats, especially in regards to health. So it's almost 1500 more health, and a loss of only like 1500 stamina. You're getting all that free magicka. So I'm running 2 sturdy, 1 mag regen. It's usually what I run for almost all the content. We have Eben. All this stuff's tri-statted, so everybody should know what Eben does, but increases your max health by 1118 for you and 11 other people. So that's huge for people, especially when they run like the Clockwork Citrus Fillet or the Witch Mother Potent Brew food. So this could save them. With the Warden, it still puts them above the threshold for doing a lot of trials. So, but what Powerful Assault does, it gives you weapon and spell damage for up to 4 people within 10 meters, 164 for 15 seconds. So it actually ends up being more than that after all the modifiers and all the, you know, the boost to damage. That's actually quite a bit more than that. It's actually like 200. So the 4 people, so quite a bit. For the monster set, on this build I am running all heavy. You run Thorvoken, so you're an off tank. You could put on Thorvoken. You get hit. It gives everything in the area minor maim and minor defile for 4 seconds. Not a lot of things heal themselves, but it's there in case something does. Certain instances like Black Rose Prison where the boss could heal herself, this could help. Typically it's just used for the minor maim though. And it does do some damage, disease damage, and it gives you 1200 health, which is really nice to get your health up. So I am running a lot of sturdy. I don't need this many sturdy for an off tank, most likely. But I like running all sturdy. I don't want to have to rely on a healer, and it's really not that big of a difference. I got an Ice Staff of the Powerful Assault. This could be a multitude of things. I should be having Infused Crusher on this, but I haven't ran this since they made enchant changes. And with Elsewhere, they're going to change it to where, most likely, where the healers are going to run it. So I'm just going to leave it how it is for right now. I typically don't even run the Ice Staff on there, but it should be Infused something, not Decisive. So I got to trait change that. Yeah, and then see I still have Infused Crusher on here, so it should be Decisive or Powered or Defending, something that's going to benefit you in what you're using. You could use Infused with a Stam enchant, you know, like a Absorb Stam enchant on there. That'd be nice to get your Stam back for free. But you don't have to have Powerful Assault on both bars, so you could swap something up like take off this Ice Staff and you could run like a His Spark. So let's say I could technically do that. So Lightning Staff, it gives you another 2975 physical resist. So you're on your back bar, you don't need the buffs from Powerful Assault, you don't need the 129 weapon damage. It'd be nice on your back bar, but you're not vigoring, so you don't need the damage from it. And you don't need the 5th piece passive. So, you know, we hit Igneous, Vigor, a little cloud that says 10 seconds over there. That's the Powerful Assault. So, Vigor, you could balance, and the Vigor will heal you right through it. So not only you're Igneous Vigoring, and then you could balance a couple times, and you still don't barely lose any health. So that's basically how I maintain balance, is through Vigor sometimes. If you see in some of my trial videos, I'll just Igneous Vigor, and then balance like 2 times to get my stuff back, and then pop my wall down. So But yeah, if you put vigor on your front bar, you can do that. If you want to put vigor on your back bar, or any, you know, if you want to use caltrops, that's fine too. But vigor, I think, is the cheapest of all of them. So we could check real quick. I know where I'm going here. So vigor's 3511. Yeah, caltrops 3511. So it really just depends on if you want to either heal your group or if you want to do damage. So I do have it ranked up. I do use it for damage sometimes. The group is lacking in damage. Most of the time, I try to play a little bit selfish with vigor. That way it just heals them. They don't die, and that in turn makes them do more damage by not dying. So vigor, balance. I mean, the vigor one should be good. All right, going back to the gear. So we do have the sword and board, right? Again, the same kind of food, the same health. I mean, mainly for an off tank, unless you're gonna be doing like tons of chaining to where you don't have anything, you can run the Frothgar maybe, or the Jewels of Misrule, which is nice because you don't really have to block a lot, so you can have extra stand recoveries and stuff like that. But it puts your maxes at your max resources pretty low. Like I think it's like like 4K lower. So just something I don't really like to do. And then use tripods for everything: health, magicka, and stamina. And then it puts the 20% regen on them. So this is the best for tanks. So run that. You could run this if you want to, but I really want to run these tripods. Really, the bread and butter of tanking. So we'll go to CP. So in the first video, I had to change it. I already changed it in advance, so I'm not fumbling through it. So for an off tank, this is what I run: 81 ironclad. Typically 81 ironclad across the board for almost everything. And then 56 hardy, 56 elemental defender. I try to play it as balanced as possible, that way I don't have to change it a million times. 66 thick skinned, and then 11 quick recovery. You know, also do anything, I would take some out of thick, either put it in quick recovery or put it all in bastion. I have like 20 into bastion. So I do like the igneous spam. Gives a shield to the group, gives me major mending, heals me up real good. So it is a very good benefit to the group to have points in there. 37 warlord, 12 sprinter again, 100 arcanist, 20 points in there. Again, this is for wind running. When you're sprinting, you get health and mag regen by 10%. Got nice. 20 tumbling, 81 shadow ward for the 24% reduced cost. 100 bless, 100 elfborn. You can modify those to where they go down 1%, and you can put the extra into doing more damage. Depends on what you're running. If you're running the caltrops, you'll want to put points into mighty, points into piercing, and spread it out evenly. But I do the vigor, so I put a bunch of points into precise strikes. I get 16% more healing done with my vigor. And then I have my thaumaturge as much as I can with the CP that I do have, 12.78%. I know that's not like rounded up, but it is what it is. It's 12%, whatever. Probably should move them into piercing. So, but that'll give you weapon critical by 9% also. So that kind of helps. Every little bit helps with your vigor and stuff like that. So really is quite a bit of healing done with vigor. So, but that's the CP layout. Go over to skills. Pretty basic. I'm not going to go into detail like the other ones, but pierce armor for the aggro, balance for the mag regen, and the major resolve and the major ward. So increasing your physical and spell by 5280. So if you don't run Mighty Trudon, you do have to run either hardened armor or balance, so you can get your resist all the way up. Green Dragon Blood, that heals you. Resolving Vigor will heal you and provide powerful assault. Igneous Shield, damage shield to the group, and it does minor brutality for the stand boys. Spell Wall, I don't really run that in a trial. I'd probably run this just for the passive. We'll never use it. Sorry, I didn't change that. And then it'd be Warhorn on the back bar. So passive on the front, damage on the back. And then we got Choking Talons again. So you're an off tank. All you have to do is really chain and talons everything down. Provide the debuff with the Blockade of Storm or the Ice Wall. You got Shadow Silk will be going out every 3-4 seconds for all the people that are doing damage. and then enter rage, you can range taunt some things. So pretty easy setup. The only problem with powerful assault is you do have to have bigger caltrops, but it's a big buff to your characters. So I mean, the tank has 1872 weapon damage, and you have 19% crit now, so it's not super high, but I mean, some pretty good ticks on there. So, pretty good pulse on it. And you can just keep that going in a trial. You're literally like the little group off healer. It's unlimited spraying it. Especially since you don't have to really block very much. And I put a lot of points into sturdy. So when stuff does hit me, it doesn't take a lot of stamina to where I still have stamina to vigor if needed. So, but that's enough vigoring and igniting. So if you like this video, hit a like, leave a comment, let me know what kind of tank build video you want to see. I'll put out some more tank build videos. I don't know if anybody else has done anything, but figure educate some tanks and help anybody out if I can. So, but you guys have a good day.